Hello, everyone. Welcome once more to our platform, Informed Generation Technology. I really want to briefly speak about the Commonwealth Scholarship and Fellowship Plan interview that have been scheduled to commence from Monday, 20th of November 2023. Um, Sorry for doing it very late. I've been promising, but I've also been so busy. I just want to share my little experience, and the experience have been long ago, 2017 or so, but I think it might be still relevant to some people, uh, and it's gonna help you to do your interview comfortably. So, just some takeaways that will help. So, this is particularly for those who choose Federal Scholarship Board as their nominating agency. We know there are other nominating agencies like some NGOs and maybe some universities also. So, if you know that you'll be attending that of Federal Scholarship Board, this is for you. So, the first thing to talk about is that you can attend this interview without getting an SMS or email invitation by the Federal Scholarship Board. The Federal Scholarship Board, as I know, their mode of operation, if you applied correctly or appropriately and have all the credentials that they require, you can just go and attend. By the timetable they release, usually they give it to the state scholarship board also and some institution to place so that people who applied could see and attend. So they up to now they don't really make use of SMS or email as a criteria compulsorily. Anyway, you have to verify this. I'm sharing an experience in the past, but I think of recent also I asked some people a few years ago who attended also. It's still the same thing. So if you have finished your application, it's nice and everything, and you are still waiting to get SMS or email before you attend, oh no, just put your things in order and go and attend. Secondly, you may actually experience some disorderliness. Ah, disorderliness could come. Federal Scholarship Board could delay before they start accreditation. You may queue up under the sun and some things. And then at the interview venue, uh, the days that are allocated for some regions, let's say, for example, if Southwest and North Central are allocated 1 or 2 days, they might be more than, or let me say their number may be so much that those days will not be enough, and there will be an overlap into days for other regions. So it means that they will still be attended to before the other regions that are actually scheduled for those days. So what I want to say here is that just be prepared. Don't prepare that the date that is scheduled for your zone is the only day you're going to maybe spend in Abuja and just leave also. Oh, prepare in such a way that you have some 2 or 3 extra days in case anything can happen. I hope I hope we can take this advice. So, and also be prepared that the interview may be finishing very late some of the days or even every day. I remembered I reached up to 10 p.m. some of the days there. So these are some of the disorderliness you may actually experience, but you have to really bear with them. You understand? So there may be even more that, let me say, disorderliness. So the top thing is the accreditation is done at the Federal Scholarship Board office, and then the interview is taking place at another location a little far from the Federal Scholarship Board, a hotel hall, during our time is Nanette Suit, and I think it's the same location now, but the name of the hotel has been changed because they indicated in the invitation former Nanette Suit. So be prepared. Don't think that when you arrive Federal Scholarship Board, you are going to do everything there. Be prepared to move to another location in the process. So, number four, accreditation is basically the checking of credentials. Those credentials they say you should come with, they are going to check those credentials. So I will still come back to this number four to explain credential by credential. So let's go to number five, which is the last one first. Then we come back to number four. Number five is what you are expecting, how the interview is conducted. So after your accreditation, maybe there are some queue that you have to follow, or maybe you pick some number or you put your name on some list and then they will be calling, and there are some number of interviewers depending on who you are sent to interview you. So when you get in, the first thing they do is they give you some scores based on some of the credentials that you brought. Yeah, so as I said, we will still go back to the accreditation, that is those document or credential by credential. You can get some marks from there, maybe your class of degree. If it is first class, there are some score higher than somebody that have a second class upper also. If you have some medals, some prizes, some academic publications, work experience, professional body certification, and things like that can actually give you some marks even before interaction with the interviewer begins. So, and after that, now the interviewer start by asking you question about your application, or let me say your proposal, your proposed study. So they can ask you any question. I don't know which question they are going to ask you, but you there, try what you wrote, those essays that you wrote in several sections of the application. Try and know what you wrote there. Don't just write, don't just copy and write, and you don't have originality in your head. Let that originality be what will sustain you, because they may ask you questions that are not directly even mentioned in your essays, and it's even wrong if they ask you, even if you mention directly in your essays, to go and be trying to check the essay again to give answer. So originality counts. It's an interview environment that involves many people, and no one will be waiting for you to get answer from other sources. So one of the questions that I think they ask every candidate, I'm not sure, is for you to explain the potential impact of your study or your research on return to your country, Nigeria. So you have to know that one. What is the impact? Like that, if you have all the points to back it up to convince them, I think it will go a long way to help. Then after asking those questions, you ask some questions that are categorized as national essay, or is it national? I think national question and international question, something like that. Yeah, they are based on current affairs, so they are actually wrapped sheets of papers that are not disclosed to you. You just go and pick at random for the national one and then international one. So as the interviewer opens it, the person knows which question, and then you are asked that question. So, for example, my national question as at then was, who is the new Oni of Ife? That was my national question. I think that time he became the Oni. Just, I think it was that period that he became the Oni. What I want to say about that is that they don't ask like historical question from my experience. Historical question, by historical question, I mean they don't start asking you when did Nigeria get independence, when did Nigeria become a republic. All those I categorize them as historical question, like things that happen in like some far past. They mostly ask like current questions. Uh, Similarly to the international questions, they ask like more current or recent things, not things that have happened in the past. You understand? So, like my international question was, which country has the best education system in the world? Wow, that time it was not easy for me because I was tempted. We were applying for Commonwealth scholarships and we were to study in the or in the United Kingdom if we succeeded. So I said, United Kingdom. The woman looked at me. She said, no. Wow. Normally, they don't give you the answers because they will still ask other candidates. But she gave me the answer because she said she was so impressed with interviewing me. However, I didn't get that question correctly. So she told me that the country with the best education system as at then is South Korea. Oh, and that was what motivated me to start searching for opportunities to study in South Korea, and I eventually got a scholarship in South Korea after some years. Um, so other questions, international questions that other candidates are being asked, few candidates that I found out from them before entering for my interview. Some said they were asked to mention some, I think, five or three Caribbean countries. Some were asked to like mention, was it three or five female presidents as at that time. Uh, yeah, countries like presidents of some countries who happen to be female. So like up to three or five or so. So those are the kind of questions they're asking. So you should prepare. You should prepare current things. Let me say current affairs. So back to accreditation documents. Okay, I have the list here with me. I will be reading them out, and if there's a little explanation on them, I will do very quickly. One, hard copy of the EAS form. So, your application that you did, you generated a summary, print that summary, you come with it and you submit at the accreditation. So, they also need all original credentials and one photocopy of each. Yeah, your original credentials have to be verified, like your original SSC certificate, original degree certificate. If you don't have original yet, or let me say, if you don't have certificate yet, you can come with the original statement of result and one photocopy. You have to submit to them there. So the next thing is evidence of at least two referee reports. Yes, during the application, you filled in some referees and you provided their email addresses. I just hope that you fill in people that are going to respond and people that you are still in touch with. You can actually do follow up so that they reply to Commonwealth scholarship, because you are not going to see their responses. You are only having access to like an evidence that they have responded. Yeah, the content is not your business, it's between them and Commonwealth Scholarship. But try and do the follow up so that they do the reply. And then when they do the reply, you see the evidence. I think there is a place in the portal that you can see this referee have submitted, this referee have submitted, and then just print it out and go with it at the interview. So also, for PhD applicant, a statement from the UK supervisor is expected to be presented at the accreditation. So this means, because PhD is not like bachelor's or master degree that is just open to everyone, and curriculum are being, let me say, outlined and arranged for you with modules. Also, no. PhD is a degree that is defined between you and a particular professional, a professor in a field, an authority in an area. So if you get acceptance by that individual to work with you, then the individual should give you a statement confirming their resident, or let me say their readiness to work with you or to carry out this research together with you. So request for such letters, print out and present copies at the accreditation center. Okay, so the next thing here is original academic transcripts. This also is quite difficult in some of our public university, but unfortunately, Federal Scholarship Board said they need a hard copy. So try and get it. I don't know how you're going to go about it. You're a Nigerian, so you should ask other people how they used to get them. It's quite unfortunate that this document belongs to a student, or let me say former student, but the university said it's confidential to that student. The owner of it is confidential to him. Wow. So we have to do that. They are contradicting each other. Federal scholarship bodies from the Ministry of Education, and they are requesting hard copy, and universities and even National University Commission are also under Ministry of Education, and they are saying that it's confidential. Oh, just try. Yeah, to to solve this problem is not easy, but just try and get copies. It will really help you, because these people are a bit strict. One document can make them not allow you or give you the accreditation to attend the interview, and you have spent time and resources. And so the next thing is two passport size photographs. Yeah, that's this straightforward. And then photocopy of your NYSC discharge certificate and exemption. So you are going to submit, you are also going to present the original, and then you will submit the photocopy. So it could be certificate of attending the National Youth Service Corps, or the exemption, because I think Commonwealth scholarship don't have age limit. So even if you couldn't attend NYC during your time, you may be qualified for Commonwealth scholarship. And then they are serious about this. I experienced them denying access to one candidate during our time because he was still a youth corps member. That means he has not completed his NYC yet, and he wanted to give it a try for this Commonwealth scholarship but was denied access. So the next thing is okay, evidence of any special award. I previously mentioned this. If you have any award in form of prizes, maybe medals, maybe academic publications, samples of work, you should come with it at the interview venue. Yeah, this one I think is not about accreditation, but the interview, you will score more points, or probably you might. Yeah, you have academic publication. Oh, just do a printout or anything that will show an evidence. Maybe a printout of the abstract and the link that they can go and, or you can print the whole paper if it is not that much. Or if you have prizes that you won, it could be academic prizes, maybe best student, outstanding student, or prizes you won from professional activities, or even voluntary services in the community, and you have uh, a certificate or something or medal to show as evidence, come with them. Yeah, I think it's very good. We start obtaining certificate, medals, and the rest when we do some voluntary activities and some excellent jobs. I think it's not a bad thing to ask when you do something good and you are not given any form of recognition. Maybe you ask for it, perhaps you may be given, maybe they don't know about something like that. It could help in the situations like this. And then sample of work. Yeah, maybe you have a work that you can present just a sample. For example, if it is an artistic work, you can come with the sample and show them. Or if it is maybe a novel uh, product that you produce, if it is not too big, I think you can come with it. Or if it is too big, maybe you find another way that you are going to show them. Maybe you make some video and put it on LinkedIn, YouTube also, and come with the link. If they will allow you, give you time, you play it on your mobile device also to show them and tell them the location and everything if they want to go and verify. That is what I think about that. So, and you are required, if you are applying for masters, to have a first degree, at least second class upper. The good thing about this scholarship, I think, is for every field. As far as you choose some of the UK universities that are under the Commonwealth scholarship and fellowship plan. I think you'll find that on their website. So, and if you are applying for PhD, you are expected to come along with your first degree uh, certificate and master's degree certificate. In this case, the first degree certificate can be second class lower. So, but for masters, the first degree must be at least second class upper. Yeah, second class upper, first class, or anything above that. Yes. So, and also you are expected to bring admission letter from the UK universities or your chosen UK university, those universities that are listed in the Commonwealth site. Yeah, you bring an admission letter. I think when you were applying, you saw somewhere that you are expected to also apply for admission. So if you have done so, UK admission, you can have a provisional admission, conditional or unconditional, that can help you to source for fund and later on get the full admission later. So you can get that one, obtain such, and then they are very easy to get. It's not even at this point I will guide you about that because it's just few days to the interview now. If you don't already have it, wow, I think it may not be nice to even attend the interview because you may not be allowed to attend. However, everything it depends on your destiny. Give this your own very best, do it very well, and I wish you the best. I am ready to meet you at the top. Goodbye.